This is how to make a Buildfights map in Fortnite. So guys, first you want to launch the Unreal editor for Fortnite, and after you have that, you want to click over here on Island Templates and click on blank. Or honestly, for this, I think I'm going to use XL, whatever this says right here. And then if you want, you can rename the project to whatever. So I'm just going to name it 1v1 map. Now it's time to create the actual map. Now that the map is loaded, to start off, we need a few things. So open the content drawer and then search for a black wall. And once you found the black wall, just place it right here. And then go back to the content drawer and then type black floor. And after you have that, place it just right here. And now I'll move the blocks like that. And now what I'm going to do is deselect the grid snap right here. And then I'm going to duplicate the wall and let's drag it down just like this. So now it's too high. And I'm going to keep on duplicating these walls until it goes all the way down to the sand. Just like this. And now that we have this, let's go over here, hold shift to click to select them all. And then press Ctrl G to group it all. And then deselect the grid snap. And then press Ctrl D to duplicate and then drag it over. And then hold shift and click and then click. And then press Ctrl D and drag it over again. And guys, I'm going to keep on repeating this until I get a full square. And perfect, the square is done, but now we have to duplicate the floor and place it all around here. So to select multiple objects, what you want to do is hold down shift and then click, and then disable the grid snap, and then press Ctrl D, and then enable the grid snap, and then drag it just like this. And keep on repeating that process until you fill the whole entire square. Now that the whole entire square is done, we got to add some stairs. So click on the content drawer and search black stairs. And here you can find some black stairs, so I'm just going to place it just like this, right in the center. Let me place another one on the other side. And guys, to rotate, click on the rotate tool up here, and then rotate it just like that. And then you can drag it over as well. And perfect. Wait a second, it's kind of not even, so here I'm going to extend the square out one more. So guys, now that the 1v1 area is complete, it's time to change the island settings. So go over to the outliner and search island settings, and then click on it and go down here. And for this build fight, the max players is going to be 2, since this is going to be a 1v1 build fight. But if you guys are doing a free-for-all build fight, you can change the max players to as many as you want. I recommend 16. And then for the teams right here, I'm going to keep it as free-for-all, but we may change that later. And then the team size can be 1, so there's 1 player on each team. And let's add 100 rounds. And if we scroll down here, auto start, let's put 90 seconds, so the game auto starts in 90 seconds. And then force start at max players. All right, yeah, let's do that. And then join in progress, change that to spawn. And elimination score, change that to 1. So guys, basically you can enable HUD, for every kill the score will increment by 1. Override spawn immunity, let's change that to 1 second. Let's go down here to the energy recharge amount, let's do 100%. And then energy recharge delay 0. Sprinting energy cost, change that to 0, and keep these the same. Starting shield percent 100%. I'm gonna enable infinite consumables. Start with pickaxe on. Environment damage, player built only. Time of day 1 p.m. HUD info type, change it to score. So now every time a player gets an elimination, the score increments by 1. And then go up into the search bar and search infinite. And those were the island settings. Now it's time to make the actual mechanics. So go to the content drawer and get an item placer right here. And also get an elimination manager and a teleporter, a player counter, a timer device, and finally a barrier. And we'll start off with a barrier. So change that to 0.5. Actually change it to 0.1. And then we can place a barrier right here in the middle between these stairs. And then grab this player counter, click on the player counter, type zone, press use zone, change the zone width to 0.2, drag it over here. And basically guys, when 2 players go into the zone right here, then the timer's going to start, and then after the timer completes, then the barrier is going to drop. And actually I think I'm going to make the zone 0.4, and yeah, that looks fine. And now let's click on the timer right here. Let's put 3 seconds, so it counts down to 3 seconds. Start at game start, no. Can't interact, no. Completion behavior reset. Let's scroll down to the functions, click on start, type player counter on count succeeds. So now when 2 players enter the zone right here, the timer will start. Go and click on the barrier, type disable, click on disable, type timer, type on success. And now when the timer's finished, the barrier will drop. And now we got to duplicate the timer real quick, just like this. Let's move it over. Let's type 5 seconds. We're going to start this on the first timer device, on success. And then we're going to go up here and type barrier. And then we're going to enable the barrier after this timer device 2 is finished. So click on success. And guys, I kind of forgot a super important part. So click on the content drawer and then type explosive and get this explosive barrel. Just place it right up here. We're also going to need a button. And I'm going to place a button right here in the middle. Now click on the explosive device. Can be damaged off. Blast radius. Set that to the max. Clear damage 0. Structure damage 2 billion. Click on advanced. Knockback none. Scroll down. Play audio / visual effects. I'm turning that off. Visible during game off. Show health bar off. Collision during games off. Explode. On elimination manager. On player eliminated. Explode button. On interact. Explode player counter. On count succeeds. Reset. Explosive device. On exploded. Now go over here to the button. Change the interact text to explode builds. Disable visible during game. Change the interaction radius to 2. Now that's all complete. So now we're going to do the player respawn. So what you need for this is a player spawner. Just place it anywhere. And you also need a teleporter for this. So first we're going to start off with the teleporter. Change the group to none for this. And the group none for that. Turn off these. Play sounds, no. Conserve momentum, no. And that should be it for this teleporter. So drag it over here to this side. And then duplicate it and drag it over here as well. And then grab your player spawner, rotate it. And then place it over here. And disable visible in game. And then duplicate it again. Rotate it. Drag it over here, and now click on verse and then open project in VS Code. Go over here to map 1v1, right click, new file, name it respawn.verse. Grab this respawn script from my Discord down below, paste it, press Ctrl S to save, click on verse, build verse code, save selected, click on content drawer, click on your map name, drag instant respawn into the game, click on this eyedropper, select the illumination manager, select teleporter team 1, select teleporter team 2, drag this down below, drag this down below. Now it's time for the item placer. Click on it, select item list, click on the drop down. I'm just going to type Warforged. I'm going to grab this assault rifle, and you can change the style of how it looks right here. So I'm going to make it an icon facing the camera. I'm going to duplicate this, drag it over here, change it to a pump, just like that. And you guys can add as many guns as you want, but for this example, I'm just going to add 2. And now the map's almost complete, but I forgot about a few things. Go to the content drawer, search mutator zone, grab it, place it down, make the width as large as you can, in the depth, drag it down to the water like this. Click on the mutator zone, go down to allow weapon fire, make it true. Go search for your teleporters, select them both, press teleport, type mutator zone, on player entering the zone. Now when a player jumps in the water, they get teleported back. And if you guys want to add XP, search accolade, and then go over to the side, change the name to whatever you want. I'm just going to type elimination, and I'm going to say for the description, you got an elimination. You can change the XP reward to whatever you want. I'm just going to keep it as medium. You can mess with these settings if you want. I'm going to change the splash size to small. So basically, if you have the splash icon on large, a big icon will show up at the top of your screen on elimination. But if you have it on small, some text is going to pop up next to your crosshair on elimination. So I'm going to scroll down here, press award, and then type elimination manager, click on it on elimination. So now whenever a player eliminates another player, the player that eliminated that player will get XP. Now that that's complete, I'm going to drag it down here. And finally, to spruce things up, I'm going to add a HUD controller, and I'm going to disable the mini map, and I'm also going to disable everything else I don't need. Now we can drag it down, and to add your map code on the screen, get a HUD message device, type your map code right here, show on round start, message recipient all, show for duration off, intro animation, this is preference, I'm going to put it as none. You can change the size and stuff right here. I'm just going to make it 24, outline strength 2, and then scroll back up to placement, click on top center, and now let's test the game. So click on launch session, and then press save selected. Now we're in the game, and for some reason the code's down at the bottom, and it's usually supposed to be at the top, so I'll figure that out. But guys, look at this. You can select your weapons just like that, and if 2 players enter the zone right here, then the barrier should drop. But here, give me a second. I gotta fix a few bugs. So for the first bug, go to island settings, type infinite, change this to true, change the infinite ammo to true, and if you guys want to give the players a loadout when they spawn, place down an item granter, and also get a save point device. Click on the item granter, press keep all, press grant, put whatever items you want in here, change the cycle behavior to wrap, drop items at player location never, go back up to grant condition, change it to only if empty. Now drag it down here, scroll down to the bottom, grant item, click on the plus 2 times, type player spawner, and then player spawner 2, select on player spawn. Now when the player spawn, they should have the items. And now for the save point over here, turn on auto save, auto load behavior, initial spawn. You can turn these settings on or off. I'm just going to keep these all on besides player location and the checkpoint and the class. Now scroll down and then save player and then load player. Now I'm going to press elimination manager. And first off, for load player, I'm going to select elimination manager. And when the player gets eliminated, I'm going to load their items. And I'm going to save it when the player spawns and player spawn 2. And when the game starts, just like this. And now let's select these both and drag it down. And that reminds me, I still have to fix the HUD message device, but we'll come back to that after this. So guys, this is pretty important for lag. So grab a mutator zone, drag it right here, make it as large as you can. So I'm going to do 100, 100, 100, and drag it down like this. Scroll all the way down, allow weapon fire on, and then select pickup lifespan, change that to 10 seconds. So basically what the setting does, guys, if a player drops an item on the ground, the item will disappear after 10 seconds, and that can help a lot with lag. And we're in the game now. It seems like I only got granted 1 item. So go back to UEFN, and then type grant, and type all items. And while we're in here just to test, I'm going to change the player counter to 1, and let's go to the HUD message device. This is for the code. Change the time from round start to 0. Click on top center, click on custom, click on top center, placement horizontal 10, and it should be fixed now. Let's see. And there we go, guys. The code is fixed. And now let's test the whole entire map. So I'm going to place stairs just like this. And now I'm going to press E, and let's see, it exploded. All right, perfect. And now I'm going to run up to the wall. It starts in 3, 2, 1, start. All right, perfect. And now the barrier is going to go back up just like that. Let's go. And guys, finally, if you don't want the timer to show in the HUD, click on the timer device, search HUD, and then disable show on HUD. And now the timer will show in the HUD. And if you guys want to add text to your timer, like starting in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, then go to your timer device, scroll down, and then on these 3 right here, just type starting in, and that's about it, guys. Now let's do a final test. And here's the actual final test. So I'm going to walk up, and it says starting in 3, 2, 1, and it dropped. All right, perfect. And now I'm going to crank some 90s, and look, it's already back up. All right, nice. And if I press the explosive device, everything explodes. And guys, that's how you build an advanced 1v1 map in Fortnite. And if you guys want to learn more about Fortnite maps and how I made 6 figures in a month off them, then make sure to join my Discord. You can find the link in the description of this video. And my brother and I literally teach you how to make a viral Fortnite map and how to make make 6 figures from it. And now guys, I'll see you inside.